right, so I'm here with Sanjeeva.
Yep.
Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, you did.
He's the owner of Serendib.
Yep,
How are you today?
I'm very well.
Good, good. So, what does Serendib provide to Ellsworth? I know you opened up,
2015, if I'm not mistaken.
There we go.
October.
There we go. I missed
Yep.
that. I messed that up in my head. So you opened up in 2015, and then this past year, COVID, which you were saying before we got on, you were expecting a very good year, which is not surprising given the type of food that you have and the atmosphere and the environment where you're located at, central in downtown Ellsworth.
Yeah.
What do you think Serendib brings to Ellsworth that is unique?
Flavor.
Yes. It's a
I'm
perfect
just
answer.
true, honest to God, quality food. I mean, we don't do any processed food here, and just a passion for the food. I think we try to leave all the fussiness out and just focus on primarily the food and just being, a good friendly environment and good food. That's all we got.
Awesome. So let's take a step back because I jumped ahead of myself. What do you usually serve here? That's kind of, I guess, an important aspect to hit on.
A multitude of Sri Lankan and Indian dishes.
Okay.
Now, if it were my choice, I'd make it a fully Sri Lankan menu, but maybe that's in the future. But I think it's like half and half right now, so it's just a combination. I think you got your rustic Sri Lankan dishes and some traditional Indian curries and a whole bunch of vegetarian sides.
So is there a big distinction between traditional Indian food and actual Sri Lankan food?
Absolutely. The taste-wise, I mean, that's a tough question to answer. People ask that. It's the way I think Sri Lankans use their spices. I think it's a lot more bolder. I don't think, and it's just more fiery for a lack of a way of putting it. And I think the utilization of the spices and together with how they cook, I think that's a little different. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's an overlap.
It's a whole topic that we could have on.
I mean, I'm not going to have an answer. I think you could ask this question from a million people, and everyone's going to stutter.
Right. So I think it's also one of those things too, where you have the Sri Lankan, your traditional recipes, your recipes that you use. If you had somebody else from Sri Lanka would have the same type, like a different type of food all entirely, which I think is kind of unique about that. Mm-hmm. And especially in this area, you don't really have much competition for curry.
No, there's one place in Bangor, and I think there's one place in Bar Harbor. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we are surrounded by two. So I mean, there are the two restaurants. I mean, but I think what stands us apart is I truly believe is quality and freshness.
So the freshness of your ingredients. So do you go to farmers markets locally, or?
We get all the produce is fresh. I mean, basically what I'm talking, we don't use any processed food. I mean, whatever I can get locally, and I will get stuff from the farms and all in the summer. But I mean, being a seasonal area, I mean, there's only so much of that you can do.
Right.
But I'm talking unprocessed and made to order food. We don't, have vats and vats of curries kicking around and all that. So it's just every dish that's been ordered. If there are 50 dishes that are ordered here, I have to make each 50 dishes from scratch. All I have is stuff prepped out, ready to go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually do like that a lot, especially since that's how we started, was just cooking on Instagram and YouTube. Was just making. I got tired of going and buying big name things. And I was like, you know what? Let's buy local and make it ourselves and learn how to make different recipes, stuff like that. So with that, I mean, I know it's hard to determine right now, or maybe it's easier with the COVID restrictions. What is your most sought after meal here?
See, that's one of those questions too.
Uh-oh.
I think it all depends on, I mean, any given day, I think you're talking the stuff that's ordered varies.
Right.
So I think across the board, I think everything gets ordered evenly. If you take the entire year as an average, I have done this. I look at the numbers and I'm like, there's gotta be something that's higher than the others. I mean, sometimes I can tell by feel, but it seems to even out for the most part.
And just now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's pretty cool that you make everything when people order it, because then you can come back, I can order a specific type of curry one day and come back the next day and it might taste different.
Nope.
No?
It's gonna be the
exact
absolute same.
Oh, okay.
That's the nice part about us. I mean, that's one of the things that our guests here have told us. They can order a curry 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and come back today and they liked it then and they're gonna like it today. So I have standardized it in that sense so that the quality remains there. For good or for bad, you're going to get that same damn curry.
Well, that's always a benefit, I guess.
So if you like it, if you liked it the first time, you're most definitely going to like it the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time, because it's the same thing.
You get a lot of people that come in here that haven't had curry before. Yeah?
Yeah, we do.
That would be my assumption given the area.
We do. I mean, some of them are interesting. I think you've got the people who are the foodie people. They're like, just feed me. I mean, I like to eat this, this, and this. They are easier to deal with. And I truly welcome everyone. And I want to see more people who stop being afraid to come in here. We still have quite a population who have in their mind that, oh, Serendib, too spicy. I don't eat spicy food. No, I mean, you want it mild, you'll get it mild. That's fine. But I think there's all these misconceptions that run around. So you have an entire sector who will not step foot because they already have a preconceived notion. But then again, we got some others, especially from down east and all, who like food, and they'll come here, and we have a few of them, and they're just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. You just tell me how we need to go about this.
Tell me what I want to eat.
But they've become repeat customers once they've had it. I mean, that's the thing. All I need to do for them to do is come without any preconceived notions through these doors. That's it. And then we'll do the rest.
And then they're in for a wonderful surprise of just flavor.
Yep. That's all they have to do.
With you opening Serendib here, what made you decide to open it in Ellsworth?
Well, we bought a house here as well, and I'm not much for play. I mean, I used to work in Bar Harbor as well. Not my cup of tea. I mean, it's just wham bam, thank you ma'am. I mean, quality is not the same. I mean, some people might get upset me saying that, but I mean, it's like this non-stop circus there. I mean, would you make more money? Maybe, possibly, but I don't think money is everything. I think sometimes you need to focus on what you really want and what you want for your life as well. So I think that's why, I mean, Ellsworth, I think it's a fantastic community. When you take Ellsworth, it's central. Mm-hmm. So when I say the location, I mean, you're basically saying, and all the surround outlying communities.
Right.
So that's our clientele, Ellsworth and the outlying communities. So I think we got a nice mix of people. We got some excellent clientele here. I mean, I'm super happy about that. We are very lucky to have them. So here we are in Ellsworth.
So how long have you been cooking yourself?
Me, forever.
Forever?
I mean, mostly it has been just for fun. I mean, I've been self-trained myself, but I mean, I've had bosses in the past. I mean, you learn, and you remember things. You learn from everyone. I mean, including your parents, then bosses, and you get somewhere. I mean, cooking, you never stop learning. I think it's one of those things that it's a constant discovery, and I think you got to keep your passion alive.
Right.
I think that's what COVID was a problem, because I think it hit the soul the hardest. It became monotonous. It almost felt like a job all of a sudden, just coming in, okay, I gotta go cook some curries now.
Do you ever like sample or try out new recipes and see how people do with
I
that?
do, yeah.
Would be my assumption of somebody who cooks a lot.
That was the plan last year. I was actually planning on unveiling a new menu. And then COVID happened, and then now we are coming back from COVID, and I'm tinkering a little bit, but at this point, with all the stuff that we gotta do, I think I'm gonna stick with the menu this year and maybe do specials and stuff, so that way, I mean, you can test out other stuff right through the season.
Well, hopefully we get to try it before it changes, and then we can come back and try it again, because like we were saying before we started the camera, this is actually our first time in here.
Perfect, welcome.
Definitely not our last, because now that I'm actually in here, I'm like, curry, it's I make my own curry, which is not awesome at all. I mean, it's good, everybody likes it, but
it's good, you make it though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that's one of the cool things about curry, is just the amount of flavor you can individualize compared to, like, if I'm like, I'm gonna have a barbecue, you get people down in Texas who are like, I gotta have it this specific way. Well, you make a curry, it's like, well, however you enjoy the flavors, make sure,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people ask me for recipes. I mean, I've had to standardize recipes only because you want the customer having that same experience each time if they're ordering the same thing. Like you said, I mean, I've had to standardize it, but when people ask me for recipes, it's like, well, throw in a little onion, throw in a little bit of this, how much garlic you want. I mean, just do it what you want, but the flavor profile will still be there. It's just, I don't have a recipe going 3 cloves of garlic. You do it visually and you do it by feel.
Right.
Once you get the hang of it, you're like, I prefer a lot more chilies, or really don't want initially. I prefer more garlic. Whatever, I mean, you know, and that's the thing. I think you kind of experiment and go with that.
Go by taste.
Go by taste.
Go by taste and your gut feeling, right?
Yeah.
Until your gut's full and then you're gonna try it again later. We need a clamp thingy. And we're back at the house. Thank you, Sanjeeva, for allowing us to put a camera in your face like we do everybody else. And we brought all this food back to the house because they're not open to dine in right now, and they will be opening back up on
May 12th.
There you go. She got it. So for this, we got 3 things here. I'm not sure what these are, to be honest with you, but we're gonna taste it. And I think these are kind of just like toppings that go on. But we got the Kalupo curry, which is...
Gotta pull up his notes.
Yep. It's a coconut milk curry finished with blackened spices and toasted coconut. I decided to go with the lamb for this one.
Yum.
Which is gonna be good. And then we got the palak pain, which I might have said that wrong, but that's my bad. So,
Butchering names is kind of a thing here.
Paneer, palak paneer. It's a house-made Indian cheese and a cream spice spinach sauce. That is this right here. Tilt it down, nailed it.
It's got sauce, so I didn't want to.
It's got sauce. And then for a side, we got the eggplant sambal, which is, smells good. It's that, which is oven baked and tossed with vinegar, red onion, green chilies, and spice.
That smells so good.
This looks like a coleslaw of some sort, which is awesome. It's a slaw.
He's all about the coleslaw, that's his thing. Now I wonder if it's got a different spin on it than your traditional, like...
What I'm used to for coleslaw?
Yeah, what you're used to. That smells good. All of this smells so amazing.
Yeah, it like smelled up the car in a good way on the way home.
Oh, we were like salivating while driving
I don't know
home.
what that is. We're gonna try that.
What is it?
It's like lime and cilantro, maybe.
Let me smell.
Let's see.
That's definitely cilantro.
This looks like ginger-esque. This is ginger.
Oh yeah, that is cilantro.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Look at that. I know my smells.
Well, I just don't know why you questioned it. It's very distinct.
It also smells like it has lime in it too.
Yeah.
This smells like yogurt. Like a Greek yogurt, sort of.
Like a, what is it? Tzatziki sauce? I don't know.
Or such animals just doing this with their fingers. It's a yogurt, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a yogurt.
What's it called?
You're doing great.
Done. I'm so excited to try this.
So the actual interview process, which is before this, was actually pretty fun. There's a lot of passion that goes into his foods, which is kind of cool to think about. Well, I mean, most cooking or restaurants should have that, but you can see it, it's very apparent there. And it just goes to show he's also got his own hot sauces and stuff that he makes, his own toppings and such, which I think is cool as well, which should also be in the video, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's gonna be in the video as well. And he includes his family on it, which is another thing that demonstrates how close of a community they want it to be. And, which you guys should know, the Taste of Ellsworth is digital, but hopefully by the time these come out, you guys can actually go in and enjoy the food that is there.
Yes.
And we will definitely be going back. So we're gonna try this. I don't know which one you wanna try first.
I mean, probably the one that's sitting in front of me.
We'll see if I need flaky salt. So let's try this.
I'm excited because Sri Lankan food and Indian food are just known for its flavors. And I'm ready to get that good?
Did you get some of the stuff in there too?
That is so good. That's got so much flavor. It's got heat to it too.
All right, lady, don't eat it all. Let's see.
Like the creaminess of the sauce is just, I don't want to say it dissolves in your mouth, but kind of. Like it just absorbs. It's so good. And it's got, like I said, it's got a little bit of heat to it. It's not like overpowering. I think I might go.
I got the mild for you.
Yeah, because you got the mild. I think I might go a level up next time we go.
Oh, I got the mild just for you.
Oh, well, that's because we weren't sure.
Yeah. Well, he said it was true. So if you do stop by his place and you get true to flavor, make sure, because most people, and we were talking about it in the video earlier, well, after the video, we're talking about most people like, yeah, I want spicy, and they'll go order it from a restaurant who's kind of like Americanized, and spicy isn't really that spicy, or like hot isn't really that hot. He said if you order this, order it to, it's a true flavor, like true intensity or true heat, which is, yeah, I ordered medium for this and it's good.
And medium's good. Like,
That's
I'm
not
not a
medium.
huge,
It's
I'm
like
not
low.
a huge fan of like foods being so hot that they take away from the flavor because your mouth is burning. This has got the perfect amount of heat. The flavors just hit your tongue.
That's
like,
good.
I don't know how else to describe it.
Let's see. Let's try this slaw.
I don't really want to stray from this. But I will.
It's good. The coleslaw is good. I'm biased, but it's good. It's not like a North Carolina or Southern coleslaw, but it is good. Still got a lot of flavor.
Because it's Sri Lankan and Indian food.
So I said I'm biased, so don't really judge me for that. It is good though.
The eggplant, yeah?
Yep, sambo. Bone apple teeth. That was delicious.
I like,
Ooh, it's got some spice to it too.
yeah, it does. I was about to say, I like the spice and I like that, the distinct flavor of the eggplant.
Yeah, it's very good. That's good.
Oh, it's really good. I like that side. What is it called again?
Eggplant sambol. S-A-M-B-O-L.
Sambol. I apologize if we are butchering this, and when I say we, I mean him. That's why I told him to talk.
Is it good?
Yeah. See, I would prefer this coleslaw over your southern one, but that's just me. I don't like traditional coleslaw, but I think there are a lot of flavors in this that, I don't know.
So I just want to point out that this is the first place we've been so far that I haven't put flaky salt on. And it's not because it's better than the rest of them, because they're all good. Because, I mean, it's like comparing apples to oranges, literally. It's comparing curry to pizza or curry to a Cuban sandwich. Like, it's just that this food, curries themselves, have so much flavor in them already.
It shines through
Yeah,
so
it shines
easily.
through. It's like, I was saying it earlier, curry's like a punch in the mouth for flavor, which is good. And you can kind of you can even taste the distinct differences between these, which is pretty cool.
I can't because I didn't.
Oh, why did you not eat that one yet?
Well, because I was too busy hovering over this one.
You're doing great.
This is lamb.
That is lamb.
You need to step your curry game up. Sorry about it.
My curry's good. This is
Yeah,
his
but
job.
it's
It's
not
his profession.
Sanjiva good.
He literally has been doing this.
This is love in a
since
bowl.
2015. I've only been making curry for like a year.
My taste buds are singing right now.
Done with you. All right, so we're gonna close this one out. We'd like to thank Sanjiva and his crew over at Serendib for allowing us to inconvenience them with our presence, even though we're awesome. They are still busy making food. I would also like to thank, well, we would also like to thank Pachaya Savings Bank for allowing us to work with the Heart of Ellsworth during the Taste of Ellsworth project. And that's pretty much about all we have to say about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like, subscribe, or, do what you want, because I'm definitely not your dad.
Definitely.
Bye.
Bye.